Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Activision's leaked internal document. Now, there's a lot to go over with this particular document. There really is. I mean, it's a bunch of shit, okay? But most of it shouldn't be too shocking. Most of it you can pretty much expect from Activision because let's be real. Activision is one of the wokest companies out there, unfortunately. And they are part of the reason why my beautiful, amazing company called Blizzard from back in the day got completely destroyed. But hey, that's their own doing. They decided to partner with Activision, so that's their fault. It says leaked internal email from Activision declares that there is power in pride, ladies and gentlemen. And this picture actually is pretty hilarious. I don't know if you guys remember because we spoke about this like once or twice, but this is Catbat. This is the new non-binary character in Crash Team Rumble called Catbat. Yeah, it's a non-binary bat because clearly that's what you're looking for when you want to play Crash Bandicoot. So I don't know if you knew about that character, but now you do. Now you do. It says a leaked internal email from Activision declares that the company's theme for the month of June is power in pride. Honestly, not very shocking at all. As shared by YouTuber Yellowflash, the email states that games are a powerful medium for expressing identity and fostering connection as they allow us to tell diverse stories and create inclusive spaces where everyone sees themselves reflected. It continues as we celebrate the LGBTQ community during Pride Month in the US this June. With our power and pride, we're reminded of the strength and unity that comes from embracing our true selves, supporting one another, and telling our stories in everything that we do. Now, I wasn't aware of this, but apparently these pride skins are actually free. Like, they just give it to you. They're not even trying to sell it to you anymore. They're just flat out giving it to you. I don't know if anybody who plays Modern Warfare 3 can confirm for me, but from what I'm understanding and what I've been reading, it's all free. So I think that's pretty damn fucking hilarious because honestly, it goes to show the lack of faith that they have in this stuff that they don't even want to sell it. They don't even want to bother selling it. They're like, you know what? We'll just give it to you for free because it means more to our message if we give it to you for free, which I think is hilarious. So apparently now there's an email document going around. Let me see if I could, where is this at? I got to bring it up on the good old Twatter. So let me bring it up on the Twatter. Just give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll bring it up on the Twatter. We're going to go with the first one. First picture, and then the second picture after that. So, I mean, look at this shit. Imagine getting this from your corporation. You're working for your corporation. You're just having a good old day. Next thing you know, you're vomiting rainbows in your email. That's literally what this is. Activision hashtag game with pride. Power in pride. It says team. Games are a powerful medium for expressing. We already read that. We already read that too. Seeing yourself in what you do can make all the difference in how you show up. With representation being a key pillar of our inclusive game design efforts, we're even more compelled to ensure all forms of different identities and lived experiences are showcased in our games authentically. You know, every time they talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, they can't help themselves but to squeeze in that word authentically. And the reason why is because these people tend to practice counterculture, right? They want to counter everything that we say. So they know that one of our biggest arguments was that this form of diversity is very superficial and it's not authentic in the slightest. So what do? They constantly end their statements with talking about how authentic it is. It's just meant to be a diffuser to the arguments that they know are going to be coming their way. It says some of the ways we've approached this at Activision is through the debut of Activision's first non-binary character, Catbat, from Crash Team Rumble. Catbat is also voiced by a gender-fluid actor who uses all pronouns. Bro, an all-pronoun person? Now that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Now you mean you use the entire fucking dictionary as your pronouns? Like, what's going on here? As you'll hear in our next Press Pause episode airing on June 12th, representation in our game sends the message that people from all backgrounds and identities are invited to play. You know what's funny? That was already a thing. That was literally already a thing. We didn't need you to send a message for people to know that everybody was welcome in the gaming space. But I guess, hey, anything for Activision to feel like they're doing something. It says, check out our inclusive game design resources on our DEI SharePoint site, including an IGD overview course, workshops on authentically representing gender identities, inclusive storytelling, and more. And then it cuts off. It says, our Call of Duty team is proud to celebrate Pride Month by offering 7 different, and then it cuts off. Hold on, let me go back. 7 different weapon camo variants, each representing colors of some of the LGBTQ flags. This is available as a free gift pack for all players on the Call of Duty site. You know, honestly, man, this shit is just so cringe at this point. Like, first off, why are you going to run around with a fucking glitter rainbow gun? I mean, that just looks stupid, right? You're playing a war game and you're running around with that shit. But then again, I guess Call of Duty literally sells retarded skins anyway. They make you look stupid when you're running around. So I guess it doesn't matter. But it's just a way for gamers to be out there and be like, yeah, I fuck dudes. Or like, yeah, I'm trans or something along those lines. It's boring. It's very boring. It's like you wanna play Call of Duty, but then you have to inform everybody of your sexuality. It's dumb. It's like someone trying to inform everybody who's playing the game about their religion. Nobody fucking cares, bro. Nobody cares. Are you here to play the game or not? Are you here to play Call of Duty, or do you want to fucking talk about something that's completely not even related to Call of Duty? Like, just fucking, like, I just don't understand. It says, in our offices around the world, we have several opportunities for employees to recognize and celebrate Pride alongside your Activision colleagues. Press Pause. Our next Press Pause episode will feature a conversation with members of our LGBTQ plus community here at Activision. Join the broadcast on June 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to hear Isabel Ovalis, Associate Gameplay Engineer at Sledgehammer Games, and Ash Poperick, writer at High Moon Studios, shares how their identities have shaped their lives and careers, highlighting the importance of representation in games. My God, they don't even realize that they defeat their entire argument as they're speaking, right? So they're trying to say, oh, representation is very important so people can see themselves in media. But then in the same sentence, they'll talk about how they've been gamers since they were very little, essentially seeing themselves in media that didn't necessarily represent them at the time. So you can see yourself in anything, but you're also trying to spin a narrative of how important it is to see yourself. It's like, all right, make that shit make sense. Pride Bingo. Oh, that's going to make Alyssa Mercante happy. Pride Bingo. We're thrilled to be bringing back Pride Bingo again this year on June 26th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard. Stay tuned for a calendar invite with more information in the coming weeks. Pride Bingo, ladies and gentlemen. Pride. Sounds like fun. Local celebrations. Many of our Activision colleagues will be participating in Pride community events in the local areas. We love to feature you in our next newsletter. Please send your photos to whoever this is. Additionally, we encourage everyone to take advantage of these resources to deepen your understanding and support of the LGBTQ plus community. Constant validation. Imagine needing consistent validation from your job, from your friends, from your family, from strangers, from Twitter, from everything, from your games, your movies, your TV shows. You need constant validation, because the moment you slip into a territory of not enough validation, you have a very high chance to essentially do bad things to yourself. So they need to, it's like babysitting, constantly talking about this shit, throwing it in your face. And then they'll try to be like, well, everything else is thrown in our face. No, that's not the case at all. Even recognized holidays that had religious backgrounds are now just standardized holidays. They're not even celebrated from a religious aspect by a lot of normie people. It just goes to show, man, they're so fucking boring. I just can't. They're so boring. There's a Pride Bingo. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? So let's talk about let's talk about the overarching story here. Okay. Is this anything new? No, obviously not. There's nothing new about this, right? Um, do I think that they actually give a shit about what they're talking about? No, I don't.